just a quick opening statement from you guys. We're asking all the players, obviously you guys have gotten to do a lot of fun activities and different events throughout the week. For each one of you, what's been the highlight of the week for you, the thing that you'll really take home that you're going to remember?
I would say Family Feud, just because I'm so competitive. Family Feud. I grew up watching Family Feud. I always wanted to be on the show, so it was a good experience, just to be there.
Yep. All right, Brock, what about you?
I'd say just hanging out in the hospitality suite at the hotel. I mean, just playing ping pong, playing pool, and just hanging out with everyone.
I've been beating them every time in pool, by the way.
That's a lot.
I'd say Family Feud as well. Just seeing those guys react as the game went on, and Georgia ended up winning that. It was just a fun moment, a moment that I remember, because I had the camera out, walking around and putting the camera in front of my guys' face and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to remember that moment, just seeing them smile and being able to enjoy themselves. So.
Yep. You guys were into it. That was a fun event. Okay, great. We'll go ahead and jump into questions. Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. All right. My rock-solid star right here, front and right.
Yeah, Broderick, a lot of really talented edge rushers. We've already talked about it a lot in here. How have you gone about studying them? What do they bring to the table? And I guess, is there any difference between 9, I think it's 44, and 32?
I really don't try and just single out one specific player at a time. I would rather just watch the whole scheme of the game just because of, they switch so many people out every time. So I just try and look at the scheme and how they will play if certain people were in. I just don't try and single out, 44 or 9, even though they're great pass rushers. They'll be a big challenge for us. But I believe at the end of the day, it's really about the defense as a whole and the way we play, and not just the specific 2 players.
Next question. All right, over here, third row on the left.
Kind of gotten glimpses of Stetson's swagger throughout the year. The Tennessee game with the call me sign after that. Any funny stories in the huddle of him just talking trash, getting you guys fired up about the next play, something he sees open, kind of guaranteed victory kind of a thing?
Let me think about that real quick. You said funny moments of Stetson in the huddle? I can remember, let me think. I can remember we playing in the cold game. I think this was Kentucky, it just being so cold out there. And he, being a quarterback, you got to be able to call plays. And, looking at the wristband, he's shivering because, and, he, said a word wrong. And we all knew what he was meaning because we looking at it too as well. But, just being able to, being cold out there, shivering and stuff like that, it sounded funny. And, we laughed about it, but we also knew that it's time to go out there and play. So.
All right, Brock, what about you? Funny Stetson stories.
Man. I can't really think of one right now. That was like the only one I was thinking about when he'd come to the huddle and be like, man, I can't even feel my hands right now. It's so cold. And, that was kind of the only one I can think of right now.
All right, we'll come back to you. Keep thinking. Broderick, what do you got?
I really can't think of anything either. I ain't even going to lie.
Man, I got
not in the huddle. But
yeah.
I can say, just like being around him, he's a very funny person, just in general, every day on a daily basis, like he's a great guy to be around, so.
All right, we heard in the last session about his flip phone. What's going on with that?
You said flip phone?
Yeah, what's up with the flip phone?
In the huddle, it's more serious. You can't say the huddle because we playing the game, we focus and stuff like that, but just being around him as, day to day, he's hilarious. The flip phone he got, we all question about it because he got an iPhone as well too.
Still don't know why he got it.
We don't know why he got the flip phone or where this came about, but he just walks around with a flip phone. Or he's like our swagger. I say he'll go and throw on a Louis Vuitton duffel bag or anything like that just to look like. I don't know, because he don't wear things like that. He's not into things like that. So when he do it, it's just, funny and a funny moment. And the team loves it and laugh about it. So he's a character.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, back to football. Justin, get us on track, buddy.
Hey, Brock, I was talked to you after the SEC championship game, and you said one of the challenges would be, last year you guys coming off a loss and had a really great month and really kind of drew on that loss to ramp you up into the playoffs? You said that would be the challenge. That was the last time I heard from you. How has the last month been, and where did you guys find that motivation that you had from a loss last year, and this year just coming in undefeated?
Yeah, I mean, we had a drive just because obviously we're playing for a national championship, and that drive helped us. And also we they were because I mean, I feel like there wasn't really a dip in our performance at practice or anything, and we've just been working all month. So I feel good about our preparation and everything.
Yeah, Brock, Brooks Austin with Dogs Daily. I'm just curious. We all know you're extremely versatile as a tight end at H. You play a little bit of running back as well. I guess, what does it require mentally to retain all the information that it requires to play that many different positions, and how long did it take for you to really absorb the full depth of the offense?
Yeah, I think last year, like every single week they were putting in new plays, and that would kind of mess with my head a little bit. But and I was still scrambling last year, but this year I felt more like focused, and I mean just able to retain all that information, and it definitely helped being here for another year. And I mean, you eventually kind of like learn everything that's going on during the play just by doing it every time and just seeing other people do it. So that helped.
All right, right over here, halfway on the right.
Yeah, Jed May with UGAsports.com. Broderick, I'll ask you the same question I asked Cedric. In your opinion,
Can you speak up?
yeah, what has allowed, in your opinion, what has allowed the offensive line to really develop and get better over the course of the year, I guess specifically over the last month or so?
You said what develops us?
What has helped the offensive line develop and keep getting better throughout the course of the season?
Just being able to go against the talent that Georgia has on the defensive side every day in practice, that pushes us every day. Helps us get better, helps us grow. Just upholding the standard on the O-line, just being able to play as a unit and not as individuals. We really look at that more so of just, trying to play, like thinking about something else. We really want to be a unit and play for one. So I believe that's what it is.
Next question. All right, back over here to Justin.
Just for any of you guys who want to jump in, go back to Stetson real quick. He's obviously got great numbers throughout his starting career, but in big games, it's been pretty crazy. I mean, the playoffs last year, at LSU this year, he's got 800 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, no picks. What have you guys seen from him in those biggest of big stage moments?
All right, Kenny, let's start with you.
I just say how comfortable he is. Like he said, he done played in a lot of big time games, and he done seen it already. So just how comfortable he is to go out there and change the play call when we in the one, or get us out of different looks or protections or anything like that. It just helps this team a lot. It just shows how smart and how much of a leader he is, and how much he means to this team to be able to do things like that and help us be successful. So.
All right, Brock.
I'd say just his confidence going into it, and I mean the focus and the preparation and everything leading up to the game is just helps him a lot during the game. And I mean he just comes out and performs on the big stages, so that's really good for our team. So.
Yeah, I will piggyback on what he said. Just like the confidence he brings within himself. Like he's very confident about his game, very confident about the game plan, and what Coach Monken has, implemented, just being able to showcase what he can do, being at the size he is, just being that way on and off the field. Like him, his calmness throughout the storm, he never lacks. So I could just say that.
Zach.
And for all you guys, it's not often you get to spend some quality time with a living legend. Just curious your takeaways last night with Andrew Young at the Ebenezer Baptist Church.
He said Andrew
Young.
That's the coach. Being there to listen to them guys last night was definitely an experience I remember. Those guys have been through a lot, and for us to be where we at now, to say we can play with a different gender. Now these time, this year go around now. So being able to see things change and be able to be on the team with another race, shouldn't be able to control the relationships we have, anything, or outcome in the world and stuff like that. So they went through a lot, and I took a lot from them because I'm in the position they was at, like what they was talking about in college. So being in college, playing with my brothers, I call them my brothers, I just look at it as a blessing to be able to be here where I'm at now because back in the day it wasn't like this. So
Brock, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome just to hear his experiences and like he's been through a lot, and just to, still be that sharp at 90 years old. I mean, it was pretty amazing to see him up there and talking and interacting with everyone. So yeah, it was definitely awesome to hear him talk about his life experiences and yeah.
Yeah, I could say the same. Just him being 90 is crazy. I would say that, and just him telling us stories. He told one story about Herschel Walker and how he had met Herschel Walker, and how he asked him how he could beat like someone in a race. I can't remember who it was. His sister, yeah. And he told him he had to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and find a hill every night to run up and down. So, that was just a great moment, just listening to the stories and, how he came up and just learning more about what happened and what went on back in the day. It was a great experience just to sit there like live and watch him talk about his past events, what had happened in his life, live, because I was sitting in the front row right there, locked in, listening to everything he was talking about, so it was a good experience.
All right, over here, back on the right side.
Yeah, for each of you guys, Stetson was saying that Coach Monken has really helped him understand the game of football a lot more. I guess for each of you guys, how has Coach Monken helped you develop your understanding of the game of football over the last 3 years he's been here?
I'd say Monken is a talented offensive coordinator, so he knows the way he take the game is so serious, and he knows things that I'll never think of. So just be able to pick his brain, even if it's running a route, picking up a block, footwork, anything. He just he give us little ticks and nats and stuff like that we can carry on for the next level, because he's been there, and that's somewhere we want to go. So just buying into and listening to what he's saying is definitely taught me a lot, because he's been an offensive coordinator in the highest level, and he knows what he's talking about. So I just listen to him.
Yeah, I learned so much until I got here. Like in high school, I really didn't know anything about like what to look for and like on film and like opposing defense and everything. And then when I got here, he taught me so much about how to know if someone's coming on like on a blitz or what coverage they're going to, like pre-snap reads and everything like that. And just having the knowledge he has and being able to share it with us, it's just we got to listen to him just because he knows so much, and it definitely helps me a lot.
Yeah, I would say the same thing Brock said. Just like with everything that he knows, it's hard just not to listen to what he has to say sometimes, because he knows so much. He's been there, he's done that, at the next level. So, we're all trying to get there to the next level. So just being able to pick his brain and figure out things that you may have not known or you may have known, and he can give you a better understanding still, just because he knows so much about it. And, picking his brain, just learning more about defenses, schemes, what they may do, just based off what they look, just based off the looks that they give. So I believe that's a great thing for him to do, just being able to coach every position too. Like, he doesn't just single out one position like quarterbacks. He watches the wide receivers, he watches the tight ends, he watches the O-line, and it's just great, just being able to get that coaching.
Yeah, Brooks Austin with Dogs Daily. Broderick, question for you. Recruited by Sam Pittman, signed by Matt Luke, playing under Stacey Searles. What has the journey been like, first of all? What have you kind of picked from everybody? And talk about the year under Stacey and how you guys have, progressed.
I don't look at that too much, just because of so much of me being still with my brothers, Like, that helps a lot, being with them, coming in every day ready to work. But at the same time, it's been a great experience, with all the coaches, being able to pick their brains. I really didn't get to play under Sam Pittman, really, but, just when he was recruiting me, I still was able to, get a couple of nuggets from him and, learn a little more. So I would say, and then Coach Searles, he's a great guy. He's a hard-nosed guy. So, he has an old school type coaching mindset. So it was a little difficult to me at first, but I'm getting used to it. And we have a great relationship. We may goof around a little bit, but at the end of the day, we get the job done. So.
Right here.
Hey guys, Maria Martin, 11 Alive here in Atlanta. This is for all three of you. Obviously, the last time you played was the SEC championship game earlier this month. That's a long time to not play a game from then until now. I'm curious what each of you have done personally to stay locked in and prepared, and how antsy are you just to play this game?
Now I'm real antsy. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm ready to play. Just because I don't like sitting around waiting. I'm an impatient guy. I'm ready to get to the point. So. Just being up here in Atlanta, I'm from Atlanta, it helps a little bit, keeping me locked in with my team, my brothers, them. We may goof around a little bit in the hospitality room, beating them in pool. Look at him. I'll be beating him in pool. He can't beat me. But, just being able to, have fun with my brothers, it keeps us, a little bit motivated and, ready for the big day when it comes. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm antsy too, ready to play. It's hard to wait a month, and I think our coaches did a good job on, I guess, keeping us locked in, and I mean, just doing as much stuff as we can in order to be ready to play. So I think that helped us a lot, staying focused.
Definitely, I'd say our coaches definitely kept us locked in. They want us to win 24 hours, so each and every day we doing something that help this team to get to where we want to go. I say even when we had a little break home, guys still we wrote down things that we wanted to do that helped this team before we left, and I can just tell you what I wrote. I wrote that I was gonna watch film and catch 100 balls a day. So just being able to do those little things, and like they guys said, I'm ready to play too. It's not hard. It's hard to wait a month. So just doing little things like that, get back in football mode slowly but surely. I'll say that definitely helped us to keep us focused and dialed in for this game.
Zach?
Broderick, do you ever get jealous that Jalen gets to come in and play offense and look cool, and you guys always do the dirty work, and you never get to sack guys, hold up number one fingers, anything like that?
Nah, man, I don't get jealous. I just, I come in ready to do whatever I have to do for the team, just like him. Him being a bigger body and, being so dominant, having him behind me, it makes my job easier a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie, just because he can come through them all people and make a hole. Like, all the running back got to do is follow him, and it's a touchdown. Just because he's so big, you can ask him, but, just having him behind me, it's like, it gives me a little bit of extra confidence that being so close and so, like, just me and him, like, having the relationship we have, it's so goofy, but at the end of the day, I'm always proud of what he has done and what he has accomplished, as a man. So, I just look at that as that.
All right, time for a few more. We'll go back here at the front.
Broderick, another one for you. Turned into a really counter-heavy football team this year. You as a tremendous athlete at the left tackle position, what does that play allow you to do? And you seem to enjoy it when I watch you on film. You seem to enjoy that particular play. Talk about it.
Yeah, I do like counter. He like running behind me too. I mess with the running backs and quarterbacks all the time. Like, y'all like pulling behind me just because I'm so athletic and I can do it so well. I really do like pulling and just showing my athleticism, just getting out in the open field and just running a lot because at the end of the day it's a great scheme too as well, just because you never know what we can do. We can go outside to the edge, we can get to the edge, we can go inside. You never just know where it could hit. So just being able to, follow the running back to follow me, I think they like that very well. So.
Definitely. I say definitely love running behind him and plays like that because he gonna get out and run. And when I say run, he gonna run past the safety, and we gotta catch him, so we can, get behind his block. But nah, just seeing it in practice, man. I remember I first seen it just on film. Kirby watching it, we watching in the team meeting room. I just seen him running down the field. It's just like I said, a gazelle just floating down the field, like moving to him. Hitting like 19s or something like that. You never see old lineman doing that. It's just crazy how athletic he is, and that brings out a lot for the running game. So,
All right, time for one more. Who wants the last question? All right, if I don't see any hands, I'm going back to the rock over here. Okay.
Brock, while you and Darnell Washington both play tight end, it's kind of a different spot with him being in line and then you going out in the slot sometimes, taking H-back duties. So can you talk about that relationship and how, doing different things for each other can open each other up?
Yeah, I feel like we're kind of two different players, just size-wise and skill set. And I think having him with me, just running the ball or in the passing game, they both help. And I feel like he's such a versatile player too, just being able to maul people in the run game and get out there and beat people one-on-one and catch it over people in the passing game too. It's just like his size and ability is just insane. And it definitely helps my confidence out a little bit out there, but it also just opens everyone else up too.
All right, you going to bring us home? No, man, I'm good. You're tapped out? Are you sure?
I'm good, man. We're good.
All right, last chance. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the closer. Here we go.
So earlier, the Ohio State defensive side was in here, and they said they saw some advantages everywhere on the field. Do you guys see some advantages that they have, and what advantages may you have on your side of the ball?
I'd say the advantage we got is just, how connected we is as a team to go out there and play. We don't have some tough wins this year, which makes us different from stand out from last year's team. We had to pull out our, composure during some games we had to play. This team fought back. I believe it was down two touchdowns or something like that, and fought back and won. Just this team shows so much connection and resiliency. Just go out there and week by week practicing how we practice and going out there on Saturdays to execute and buying into the game plan and going out there and doing what we do. So I say that's our advantage, how connected this team is and the composure we have.
All right, Brock, what about you?
I'd say that our connection as a team just helps us a lot, and being, like Kenny said, being in those close games helps us as well. We didn't really have that last year, and I feel like that just made us that much better and closer as a team. And at this point, everyone their defense is going to be juiced to play, and everyone's great players. So because you have to be to get to this point. So I'm just excited to see what happens out there on Saturday.
All right, Broderick, bring us home.
I just believe Bloody Tuesday gives us an advantage. I ain't even gonna lie. Bloody Tuesday. You just got to come in with this different type of mindset, just ready to maul somebody in practice. Even though he's your brother, between those lines, nobody's friend. So, you just got to do what you can, to make it out alive. So, you just got to be prepared and be ready, and us going against each other, trying to kill each other out there on Bloody Tuesday, I think it makes the games easier for us. So.